Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your Divine Masculine Weekly Forecast. And today we're going to take a deep look into your Divine Masculine's heart using the song Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. So I've taken certain lyrics from the song and broken them down into questions. So I hope you enjoyed this reading style today. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either separations or challenges in your connection. So keep that in mind and only take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks, as well as this beautiful organite, will be listed in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look at the lyric, frozen inside without your touch. So we're going to see what part of the Divine Masculine feels numb, disconnected, or shut down at this time. Let's see, what is this energy? How is this masculine feeling numb, disconnected, or shut down at this time? Okay, so we have the chessboard when it comes to making a move. So I'm getting here that this masculine feels frozen right now and feels stuck when it comes to making a move or really maybe doing anything towards you and your connection right now, Divine Feminine. So let's get some details as to why that is. Why does he feel like he can't make a move? Why does he feel maybe powerless? Because that pawn energy could be like powerless energy. What is this about? Okay. Three of Swords. It's very interesting. A little mini reading that I put out today had the Three of Swords. And I'm not sure if that reading maybe is resonating with some people out there today dealing with the Divine Masculine. But it's like I have this heavy heart energy. It's with a heavy heart that I can't make a move right now. It's with a heavy heart that I am having a hard time or a difficult time trying to figure out what I even want. So some of you could be very confused. Some of you could be in a way heavy-hearted because your masculine seems to either be pulling away from you or not making moves towards you to build this connection. You seem to be in that Three of Swords energy where you just feel heavy-hearted. So that makes sense. So this masculine is kind of, I feel, disconnecting from his heart. His heart feels too heavy. It's too heavy to feel those emotions. It's too heavy to lean into those emotions. It's easier to just maybe detach from those emotions. If I allow myself to feel my emotions, then it's like it conquers me. It takes me over, and I don't want that. So I feel like this masculine is trying to avoid his feelings, actually, at this point. So he's trying to numb out his feelings because of this heavy-hearted energy. All right, let's see what else. Please forgive me is what I'm getting here. This Christ energy. Please forgive me. It might be, and this might not resonate with everybody out there. If your masculine has made mistakes either with you or let's just say in his life with another person, it might be that right now the phase that he's in is trying to repair or mend those mistakes, right? And sometimes the way that people go about mending things sounds ridiculous, is to shut down and pull away. Kind of like it's just best for me to just no longer no longer put myself out there towards you or to hurt you any more than I already have. So some of them can just pull away. And of course, this is hurtful because you would think that if somebody was really sorry and they wanted to mend things with you, that they would actually start making moves and come towards you and let you know. But when you have somebody that is avoiding things and detaching and shutting down, it's like they do the absolute opposite. So this could be internal. Your masculine really does feel badly about something. He really wishes that he had it in him right now to mend things with you and make a move, but it's with the heavy heart that he's telling you, I can't do that right now. So some of you dealing with your Divine Masculine, it's like he's pulling away. He's disassociating. We do have the World, the last chapter. There's something in his life, like an unfinished business or karmic cycle that still needs to conclude. He's not done with something yet. I don't know what that is for everyone, but he's not done with a karmic either partner, a karmic cycle, a lesson, something. Something needs to come to a close. Something needs to be done, executed, basically. And he might still be hanging on to that. Now, this could just be a masculine still holding on to old pain and things, and he's not letting it, he's just not letting something go. So it's literally keeping him, in a way, like kind of frozen in place. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I'm just getting here. I know I owe you closure. Yeah, I know I owe you closure. I know I owe you an apology. And I'm sorry that I'm holding this back from you. I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools to face you. I don't know how to do this. I am getting that for some. Okay. Yep, look at that. Oh my God. Scales. This is, so like I said, this is a variety of different situations. Obviously, this is a big collective. Some of them are in a karmic contract with someone else. They could be wrapping up some sort of like a dissolution of a marriage, custody, you know, dividing assets, divorce, things like that. So this is something here where they're in the final stages, and this is something that they're maybe even expressing to you. This is something I'm going through and I need time and space in order to deal with this. So it is possible that that's really how they feel, and they can't really do much towards you and your connection until this wraps up, okay? But this could be some sort of injustice within your dynamic, your connection. And this masculine has yet to balance the scales of justice here. He has failed to come in a way full circle with this cycle between the two of you, has not given you closure. This is still pending. This is still something that is hanging in the balance, unfortunately. I know I owe this to you, and I'm sorry I haven't given this to you. Yeah, look, oh my God, 10 of Swords. Oh shit. All right, 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords being in this very small lineup is huge. 10 of Swords is a betrayal, but 10 of Swords is also about a painful ending, a painful cycle that either needs to end or some sort of major betrayal that needs to be apologized for. So this right here might be where your masculine is frozen. He's frozen because he first of all, he hasn't made a move to correct this. He hasn't made a move to end a situation, and he feels badly about it. If this is third party, it's like your masculine is having a difficult time wrapping up that karmic relationship or contract. There just might be, he might be telling you that he's wrapping it up, but he's not. He's frozen in fear. He's frozen in the shadows. If this is someone who's going through a divorce or going through a disillusionment of a situation, they're experiencing more pain than maybe they're leading on. Maybe you think they're okay and they're not. There's more going on here. They're more affected than you know. And if this is not about a third party and this is just about past treatment of you and your connection with maybe the way that they ended things or pulled away from you or something that you may have found out, they know that they need to apologize for it, but they haven't done that. And I feel like this is something that weighs heavy on their heart. And it doesn't seem that way to you because they haven't done anything to show you that they care or that they're sorry. So it's like your connection could be frozen in time because of this. Your masculine is having a difficult time closing up and ending up some sort of chapter here. So that way the two of you can move through into a new phase or open up a new door here. All right, so we're going to go into the Wake Me Up Inside lyric, which is, what is your presence, energy, or connection awakening within your divine masculine that he cannot ignore? So like, what do you wake up in him? What do you represent as his divine feminine at this time, whether he likes it or not? Okay, you are some sort of a key in opening up that new door, right? Take the key and open up this new door. There is a revelation here at hand, but it's like you have to look at things, like it says, in a new perspective, because the perspective of things right now for this masculine is, I'm stuck. I can't do anything. my circumstances, my hands are tied, there's nothing I can do, or I'm frozen in fear, so I'm just going to do nothing here. But there is a solution. Your presence offers a solution. Your presence reminds this divine masculine that he needs to grow in this situation, that he needs to open up a new door, a new phase, that he actually holds the key here in like forward momentum in your situation. Yeah, Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, of course, communication, but it's about something new being offered, a new phase. So this is basically saying your presence lights this up in the masculine, lights up, there is a way. Your energy lights the way for this masculine, that it is possible that you can reconcile your differences, that this masculine can change his life if he really, really, he may want to, but if he believes that he can, then he can. So if he feels stuck in certain circumstances, he might feel powerless. You remind him that that's not true, that there is a way, that there is something to look forward to, that not all is lost. This masculine may be telling himself some sort of story about you, as in, you don't want to hear from me, you don't want to talk to me, but your energy says otherwise. We have mirror now. Yeah. So you act as a mirror for your masculine, and this could be a positive or a negative thing, depending on what this masculine is willing to look at. He might even deflect certain things onto you that he doesn't want to see about himself. We have restraint. So you have a lot of strength, Divine Feminine. So how he sees you is what I'm seeing is very strong, that you're holding something back, and you're holding yourself back or reserving yourself at this time because you may know that this divine masculine is going through something. So you're giving him that space and time to figure it out. It may also be, even though you want to speak to your divine masculine, you know that he needs to be the person to make amends with you or to make the move to come back. Like the ball is in his court with that chess energy that came up at the very beginning of the reading. It's his move, not yours. You may have already made a lot of moves. Now you are choosing to restrain yourself from doing anything further because you've done enough. Now it's this masculine's turn to reflect on what's happened, see things from a new perspective, and to do something in this situation. You may have made it easy for this masculine before by either contacting him or just trying to always be there for him, etc. Some of you may have pulled your energy back. And to me, it's a bold, strong move for you to make. It's a scary one, but this is the only way that you're going to know what your divine masculine is truly made of. Can he really be the person that you need him to be in this lifetime to basically choose to be happy and to choose your connection? Or is he going to continue to stay in a situation or just stay in old behavior that's comfortable for him, right? On the bottom of the deck, I do have courthouse, and this is telling me here that some of them, this is like a legal thing. Not for everybody, but he has to make a decision. A verdict must be made. Something that is just like, we got to lay down the law. We have to be strong here. And it might be that some of you with your bold, strong move of I'm no longer going to wait around. I'm no longer going to associate with this. I can't be involved. I don't appreciate this treatment or this behavior. I can't just put my life on hold. That right there is something, is showing your strength for one, but it also helps this masculine to wake up to the fact that you're not always going to be around, that he better get his shit together or he might lose you forever. So that's also the impact that you have on this masculine as well. So the stronger you are, feminine, the more it impacts this masculine. We have false person. So there could be something here where this masculine does tend to either lie, not be truthful, right? Not be truthful whatsoever when it comes to how he's feeling or what he's really going through. He shuts down. This is a defense mechanism, okay? He might be a little bit of a manipulator, as in he's manipulating two people, especially if there's a third-party situation going on here, but that's not going to be for everybody. But he wears a disguise. He's not being his full, authentic, true self. And this is hard because you see right through the BS. You see right through this behavior, and he knows that you see it. You might call him out on it. So if this is something where he's not ready to drop the mask and be real, this might be another reason that he avoids you or doesn't want to deal with you, because he hasn't made that shift or change yet. But you remind him that he doesn't need to lie, that he doesn't need to be false. Look at that. The Hierophant to me is about doing the right thing, acting with integrity, right? You have certain values. And I feel that you value yourself very, very much, feminine, and you're not going to put up with this behavior. And either you've made it known to this masculine by a move that you've made or by words that you have spoken. And if you haven't done that yet, guess what? It's never too late. It's never too late to make this move, to do what's right for you, to value yourself, to love yourself enough not to let somebody, I don't care who they are, to hurt you by lying to you and by being false and giving you either false information or just not being clear in communication, or either playing games or just being hot and cold, back and forth. You owe it to yourself to step away from people when they are in this situation until they can get clarity, until they can get help, until they heal. So I just feel, feminine, that your power moves, who you are, what you represent in this masculine's life, is that you can level up. You don't have to be this person anymore. But if you're going to be with me, this has to go. So the masculine may run towards this when he's ready, or continue to run away from this if he is still, being that person. And on the bottom of the deck, I have missed opportunity, 4 of Cups. Don't take this masculine's rejection of you, feminine, as a personal attack. It has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't. His behavior is about him. It's not about you. So I feel like that's a message for the feminine. Wake up. Wake up and see things differently. Wake up and see things from a new perspective. Wake up and see that this is not about you. This is about the divine masculine. And I know that it's easy to, hear that, but not easy to apply it. But I feel like it will happen with time. Just make sure that your values are intact. Don't sell yourself short. Don't light yourself on fire just to keep somebody else warm. Don't forfeit your values because your masculine is confused or he's going through a hard time. Yes, you can love people from afar and let them go through their shit. But the thing is, you have certain things that you may want, which is commitment. This is Taurus energy. I want commitment. I want to build a life together. And then you might have somebody that's saying, I'm not sure that I actually ever want to be committed. Okay, well, that's great and everything, but that's what I want. So you owe it to yourself, feminine, to either let this masculine know, hey, that's not going to work for me, or to step away from him while he figures that out. So the stronger that you are, the more that you value yourself, the more that you actually help to wake this masculine up. Because if we continue to enable this type of behavior, there's never going to be any shifts or changes in this person. Whether it's a friend or a family member, your divine masculine, whoever this is, nobody benefits when we just co-sign someone else's bullshit. We just keep letting them act the way that they want to act. If there's no consequences for anything, there's never going to be any shifts or changes. So as the divine feminine, you actually hold a lot more power than you realize. That's how that's coming through. Now we're going to go into save me from the nothing I've become. So what does your divine masculine struggle with the most when it comes to self-worth, identity, or purpose? So where does he feel low? Where are his struggles? What are his belief systems about himself and his life, right? Cold, icy, frigid, hard. This is, again, could be a masculine who's really trying to detach from his feelings by being icy and cold. But this is just a defense mechanism. It is. It's almost like the colder and harsher someone is, the more that you realize what an act it is. Now, that doesn't mean let's go ahead and pretend that they didn't say that, or let's just see the good in this evil person. I'm talking about people in general. We're not making excuses for shitty behavior. But in your divine masculine's case, what I'm getting here is the colder that he is because he's in pain. It just goes to show you how much pain he truly is in. we don't have to keep accepting that treatment, but we can maybe take a look at that and understand it on a deeper level for ourselves. See, there's the world coming through again. So this masculine, it's like, save me from the nothing I've become. So where this masculine struggles is that he doesn't believe that he either deserves happiness or that he can connect to that happiness. He believes that he's always going to be this cold, hard person that ices over when anything is good, or maybe feels like he sabotages everything or ruins everything that he touches. So his belief system right now is that he's no good. So you're ready for this next chapter with this divine masculine. And what we're seeing here in this reading is that he's not ready because he doesn't know how to be happy. He still has to learn he has to learn something within himself or do healing or something in order to believe that he does truly deserve happiness and that he's capable of happiness, that he doesn't have to be this cold, icy character, because it gets him nowhere. It just keeps him isolated in life. But he believes that he is unworthy. He believes that he is this person, and he really isn't. It's just like a lot of stuff has been like there's a bunch of water in this masculine, but it's like like a lake that is frozen over. There's all these ice layers on top, so it's hard to get to the water because of all the icy energy. We have robotic. This is somebody that feels like they just need to be very rigid. There's also a lot of programs. There's old things, old stories that this masculine believes about himself. These programs have actually come from either society, parents, people along the way. He has picked up a lot of programs and beliefs about himself that aren't even true. In a way, he's being controlled by these programs. So this is difficult. It's difficult to deprogram. It can happen, absolutely, but it's difficult to do it. Ace of Swords. See, I have a lot on my mind. Like, there's a lot of shit in my head. There's a lot of stories that I tell myself. I tell myself that life is hard. I tell myself that love is scary. I tell myself that I can't really, truly rely on anybody but myself. And yes, of course, there are truths to some of those things, but it's really imbalanced with this masculine. He believes that he needs to protect himself. Could be like a true avoidant attachment style, where this masculine can only connect with you so far before he starts detaching and sabotaging. And on the bottom of the deck, I have battling my demons. So this right here is the dark side of this masculine. This is the unhealed, toxic side of this divine masculine, okay? So in a way, with this whole save me from the nothing I've become, this particular masculine may have felt like you were the answer to his prayers, especially when you first came together. You make me feel so amazing. You make me believe in love again. You make me feel so great. Guess what? It was a temporary drug that did not last. Because when you look at someone as a savior, save me from myself, save me from all of these negative things that I feel, all this stuff, it just doesn't last. It doesn't last unless it's coming from you and it's solid. And sometimes even that doesn't last. But relying on someone else to fulfill you, it never lasts. So this is the thing. It wore off. It did. It wore off. The effect wore off. And when it wore off, this masculine is now sitting again with all of that darkness, all of those ugly emotions. And he may even be thinking to himself that there's something wrong with you because he no longer feels that energy. So something must be wrong with you, or you're not the one, or, maybe I'm just not feeling it anymore, or whatever. This masculine has to realize and come to this conclusion that he does this with his entire life. He may do this with friends. He may do this with anything, but he's certainly doing this with you. And that's problematic. So, but at the core of this, it's because he doesn't feel lovable. He doesn't feel good enough. That's what the core wound here is. Yep, it's all coming down to insecurity, right? Insecurity. So this masculine has major insecurities. And what's a great move, right? You want to talk about this chess game. Great move in life when you feel like shit about yourself. is to pretend you don't. Pretend you're in control. Pretend that you don't need anybody. Pretend that you're not what I want. Not that I'm not good enough for you. You're not good enough for me. Let me flip those tables. Let me flip the narrative around. That's what people that are insecure do. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles. You feel like home to me. So check this out. That you feel like someone that I want in my life forever. You feel like my person that I want to build something with, come home to. This masculine may have even said these things to you, feminine. You're what I want. You're who I see myself with in the future. But he's too insecure, or this could be past, was too insecure to take it all the way. Doesn't believe that he can last, doesn't believe that anything lasts, doesn't believe that he can sustain this connection. So this right here, these are the things that are deep inside your masculine's heart, deep wounds, deep pain, deep insecurities, all of these things. And this could explain to some of you why you're having these particular problems right now with this masculine. So hopefully there's something so far that has resonated with you, but we are going to now shift over onto the extended version. I'll put the extended link, that reading link, into the description box down below. I'll also pin it to the top comment section. But we have, we're going to go into a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to just actually write it in the description box down below. I won't, talk to you guys about it. You can just read it if you want to, if you choose to join me over there. But thank you so much for choosing to watch this reading today. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you saw or that it was helpful to you, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section down below. All right, you all take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.